and welcome to this Saturday Live with Esther and Ershad and Knowing Who You Are.
Yeah, Saturday Live.
It's summer. It's hot.
It's summer. It's hot, and that's why my fan is running here. I have no one can hear it. But yeah, welcome to Knowing Who You Are. As promised, we are here, and we have straight away a few people we can already see. And thanks for joining in. As you already know, we declared that on this Saturday, we'll have another live. We just had one on Wednesday, but we thought, why not another one since we had a bit of a break. So we're trying to
We're making up for lost time. We're going to do one every other day. Okay, maybe not.
Okay. Hello, Saira. Hello,
Hi, Saira.
Komal, Arvind Kumar.
Hi, Komal.
And thanks for being the first ones to join the live. So it's really great to see people.
Yeah, nice.
So how's everything? How's everyone? And how are we today?
Well, we're good, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, we've just been through 2 days of extreme heat, which everybody else is, I'm sure.
I nearly passed out at work the other day. Oh, my God. And I was thinking, what's wrong with me? I can't breathe and everything. But probably it's my choice of attire and clothing I was wearing. Nothing,
long sleeves.
Yeah, long sleeve, but I thought it's a summery shirt. And main problem was the trouser that I was wearing. Yeah. I felt that it was pretty hot. And also the socks probably I was wearing.
And
when
leather shoes.
The leather shoes, when I took them off, straight away I could feel steam coming my way. So yeah. And I took that chance on Friday, which was 32 degrees.
Yeah, no, it was 34 in the end.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it was 34.
Wow.
I checked it out. Well, my solution was to think, I remember thinking, when I was in Bangladesh, what did I wear? And we have this, I have a whole bunch of salwar kameezes. Or is it kurta? Is it kurta or salwar kameez I was wearing?
You can say kurta.
Kurta because there's no dupatta with
there's
it.
the top.
So it's just, and they were very thin. I bought them in Bangladesh and they were actually quite nice. So at work I wore those and everybody was commenting, ooh, that looks very exotic, you know.
Because you wore them at work, so they're not quite used to it.
Yeah, exactly.
So how's everyone today? And the weather is quite okay, I think. It was drizzling earlier and also the sun wasn't too beating hard. I mean, it was a good day for me. So we just got to see each other. I mean, even though, because I was out, she was out, so
we
didn't get to. She just came home straight away.
An hour ago or something.
Yeah. So I hope everyone is having a great time. And do you remember what we are supposed to talk about on Saturday? Love. Oh, wow. So people, are you ready to talk about love?
Subject.
I mean, popular subject in a way. It's not just about love we are going to talk about. First of all, the request was people wanted to know our love story.
Yeah.
And based on that, I said that, okay, it's love story, fine. But on top of that, how it happened, it's not only about just two people meet each other and suddenly they get really hooked. And that's the happy story that began from there and we got married.
Well,
no,
that is basically
that's what happened. But before that, how we came to this point and for us to find each other and to understand each other, what it took. I mean, it's a journey of a lifetime so far. The lifetime, up to now. So the learnings we had, the failures and everything that we learned in that journey, and that definitely had shaped us. So that's what we wanted to talk about. And at the same time, I wanted to know from you guys if you would share, because definitely I would love to know from Saira if she's up for it. I mean, you guys should. Come on. If we are doing it, you should let us know and how your love story unfolded or what was it like when it started. Interesting conversation and what you learn, what you're learning every day and how things are going for other people to learn from your experience and our experience. Okay. Saira is saying, whoop, whoop, we want to know your love story. Ha, ha, ha. Okay. One condition. We're definitely going to talk about our love story, fine. But you guys have to share. You can't just leave. It won't be like, okay, we heard that.
Now let's go.
Yeah, let's go. And everyone leave the room and make it zero. No, I mean, because it's the practice. One thing that I want to do through knowing who you are, I meet a lot of people these days with a lot of different conditions. Someone is suffering from grief. Someone is suffering from OCD. And even the other day I met a guy, a young guy, Englishman, but he had this OCD and he was looking for, he was talking about a book with me that he had bought. And the condition he has, I used to think I have a little bit of OCD because I love organization and how I organize things, and sometimes I can be a bit tense. But what he told me about his conditions, it really put me to shame, a little bit embarrassed, thinking that, oh my God, because his condition was totally different. So I feel, and he was kind of thinking at the time whether he should share it, because I think he would be coming very soon to the podcast. So whether he would show his face or not, that was the discussion we were having. And during that time, I felt it's important. We are so worried about what people would think, and whether you would be ostracized and people would be like, okay, we can't be friends with you and you have this condition. But this is the thing, that we all go through some kind of physical or mental condition, and we can't avoid it if you are alive. And if you have a life that has you have been through up and downs, you definitely would have that. So it's very important that we share our stories, and that's what Knowing Who We Are is all about. And we always play the first fiddle. We share our stories, anything. And I feel that it made me stronger, because when you feel there's nothing to hide, you get stronger. And when people are hiding something, and they always feel, oh my God, what if the other people get to know about this, what they would think about me, so things like that. So I feel that it's important.
I think also the point that we actually practice what we preach. If you say it, we're not preaching, but it's sometimes you have this idea that the person who's giving this idea of this should be done and blah blah blah. There's nothing that we say on this show that we don't do ourselves, or that we don't believe ourselves, or that we actually can testify. Yeah, this is actually a real life thing.
No, that's what I believe in, because I always hate, kind of, it's a strong word, hate hypocrisy, in a sense that if I can't be courageous enough to do certain things or say certain things that you guys or someone else should be doing, or my friends, you are my friends and our friends. So I feel that whenever we say those things, unless I practice it myself or I'm courageous enough to do that myself, I won't literally let anyone ask to follow that path. So when I do that, when we get to do it together, then definitely we talk about it. And we feel that, yeah, definitely you should try. It's working. There are things, if it doesn't work, we tell you and we share with you. And there are things that works, and the road bumps we face, everything we share. It's Knowing Who You Are, as I said, it's a platform that we want to bring a lot of different ideas to people. And it's more like, as I'm not saying that we are experts in everything, but there are experts around us. And that's where Knowing Who You Are has all those interviews that I do with experts in their own field, be it a fitness trainer, mind coach, a mindset coach, or life coach, whatever you say. And there will be people I'll be inviting on the show. They have mental conditions as well. So they would share with you the experiences they're having, the hard times, the difficult period of their life when they are going through therapy and when they have to seek expert advice, how they're coping with it and how far they have come, and what are the symptoms, what are the diagnosis and everything. So I think it will help you. So anyway, I believe everyone is waiting for the love story. So please, I see people who are watching now. First of all, let us know who else is, or definitely, are you waiting for the love story, our love story? You want to know about this? So leave it in the comments. Let us see. When I see all the numbers that there, people are saying, yes, we want to know. So in that way, I want to know who are watching as well. So
but
please.
It's okay if someone's anonymous and they really don't want us to know that.
No, I mean,
it's okay too.
I'm gonna share.
You're gonna pull
today,
him up. Okay.
I'm gonna pull him out today.
We're pulling him up.
Yeah, because thing is, if I can be courageous enough, we can be courageous enough to talk about our personal life.
Yes.
I mean, yes, exactly. Saira, thank you. Who else is watching and would say that, yes, they want to know about our love story and they will share theirs as well? So who else after Saira? I have, people are leaving. That's so funny. Yes, please. Komal, thank you. Who else? Yeah.
No, there's more people now.
There's more people.
Listening.
Okay.
But it might be a first-time person who, is like, oh, let me check this stuff out.
Yeah.
I just so you know what happens. A lot of people after the show very often text say, oh my God, we didn't know it was happening. So when you see me in the very beginning on my phone a little bit, I'm just shooting out messages to people specifically who ask me to remind them. So I'm not trying to be rude.
Yeah, because before I feel like before we start talking about it, if people would let us know, so I would know that they're all ears and they're all ready. I mean, I know definitely you can watch the replay, but still, if we know that you're ready to listen to it, so we can start from the beginning.
It's huge build up to this.
Yeah, what a drama, right? Okay, no. So how would you start? say, if you have to talk about our love story.
Once upon a time.
Okay.
I don't know. You start.
Okay.
Well, how did it begin?
Well, it's more of a lockdown love story.
It was, yeah.
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 So what happened during the lockdown, I was, first of all, when the lockdown started, I was working, and at some point I had to stop going to work. And you were working in your place, but
Yep.
again, you were locked as well.
I was working from home.
You're working from home.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I was doing a lot of events at the time,
Yeah.
which we were doing, and I was hosting
It's
on
before the
Zoom.
lockdown.
Yeah. So, but I mean, like during the lockdown or before the lockdown, we had planned to do a bunch of events, and there was a specific person that I was working with called, well, at the time she was a commander. She's a captain now, Durdana Ansari from the Royal Navy. She very proudly announces always that she's the one that brought us together.
So I think we took the liberty to announce her name.
We did.
Sarah probably had met her.
So she basically, we were going to do a big event in the place where I worked, and due to lockdown, it was no longer going to happen. So I said, well, why don't we make it into a Zoom event? And it was for the purpose and support of the Royal Navy. And we then basically started having people come to the event, and that was all on Zoom. And I was the administrator of it, and Ershad Alamgir.
And since I was already in my recruitment process,
Yeah.
I already reached the final stage at that time.
She asked him to come to basically.
So she would
do a
always invite
speech
me
and stuff and answer
to
questions.
inspire other people that,
Yeah.
okay, look, he has made it. Because everyone's quite scared that it's really hard. To be honest, the recruitment processes to a certain extent is demanding in a sense that there are a lot of interviews, and the final interview is pretty long. It's 1.5 hours. And then also physically, like there are a lot of medicals, a lot of other tests. You have to fitness train, and then you have to do a fitness test as well. So a lot of things is pretty demanding. But still, so that's why she wanted me to be there on the platform and every time on the Zoom call to share my story with the others or any people who are joining or interested to join the Royal Navy. So during the time, I've seen Esther a few times. She would come, and there had been a time when she was giving a tour of the place, which she was the administrator of. So it was a museum. So what she did, and I was watching, and I saw her, and I thought, nice girl. And I thought, yeah, she's pretty, and fine, that's done. But I think we have to go back before that, right?
Yeah.
There was, I think, 1.5 years before this Zoom call,
Yeah.
when I saw her, I happened to be invited to perform just one song. It's a song from Umrao Jan, Zindagi Jab Bhi.
Yeah.
Because Javed Siddiqui, who wrote the dialogues for that movie back in the 80s, he was present, and he is now in his 80s, I think.
Yeah, and his son was arranging the event.
His
and
son
again,
was
it
arranging the event.
Through Durdana again.
And I was invited to sing that song for him, and he hugged me after I performed. But so on that day, I met Esther anyways at that venue where she was working. So I was introduced. It was a brief encounter which lasted probably 10, 20 seconds, or even not 20, I think 10 seconds. Hi, hello, and she left. I went my way, and then I performed, I left. But she took notice of me during the performance probably. She didn't remember during the Zoom call, but later on she recalled.
Yeah.
So anyway, so after a year during the Zoom call, first day we had done it. I had been through my session, the Zoom session, it was like a conference thing. So we talked, and I shared my experience, done. Second day, again, there was another day, not the day after, but a couple of days after, we had another Zoom call. And again, there were Royal Navy officials there, prospective candidates were there, and I was there, and Esther was there as usual. So at some point in the middle of the conversation, because I used to do that in my previous studio where I had not this one, there was another studio, which was in a bigger room. So there was a guitar lying at the back. So it was the day before. So she didn't see this guitar this time. So she was asking me, where's your guitar today? And it was a DM. So in the middle of the conversation that we were having and the meeting we were having, she started typing these DMs to me. And we were having serious conversations, and she was keeping a straight face while she was typing all those DMs to me. And I was keeping a straight face too, and I was thinking, okay, someone is a little interested. So, yeah, you want to take from there?
No, you keep going. You're doing great.
Okay. So, yeah, and we started talking, and we kept on keeping a straight face, and we kept on sending private messages during the meeting. And at some point, I think on that day, was it that you said that we should talk to each other?
No,
or
it was
was
about 3-4 weeks after that point, when obviously we had started having weekly meetings, because we were planning the next one. There was another one, and then there was one particular Friday evening where I sent you a link to a live concert which was happening at the time, and you wrote back like, oh, you know, you like this particular jazz musician. I was like, oh my God, he knows jazz. This is amazing. And then we decided that we were just going to do a Zoom call together and, you know, get to know each other.
Yeah.
And then we were in the Zoom call for 5 hours, I think it was.
Yeah, which lasted till
4 o'clock in the morning.
4 o'clock, 4:15.
And you had to go to work by 5 o'clock, so you
I had to get up by 5 o'clock to get ready for
work.
work.
Just chatting and listening to music the whole
I
day.
didn't say, okay, I have to get off the Zoom call so I can get ready. I didn't tell her that because I was really enjoying it. And first time I realized when I was talking to her, we are sharing because we are contemporaries. When we grew up, she was growing up in Holland, I was growing up in Bangladesh.
Yeah.
But the kind of music we used to listen to and the kind of things we liked, it was quite similar. And I was telling her something, what I like now, what she likes now. So we were so surprised, and we were like, oh my God. And inside me, a part of me literally fell in love with her, in a sense that I was feeling, oh my God, it's like a female version of me, but in a different way, not exactly, because if everything is like me, there won't be any fun. So definitely she had her own perk, but on top of that, there's so much similarity. It was such an easy conversation that we were having.
Yeah, very
and
fun.
as you know, she's already a very friendly person, so it was easier anyway. So it kept going.
But it was everything. It was a subject that we were interested in, the philosophy. We were talking about music, the different kinds of music, and then we were sharing music. So it was really just, there was nothing that, it just was just, for hours. I mean, you just lost track of time.
And then she invited me, I think, during that Zoom call to come to her place, even though this was a lockdown, during the lockdown. So, I mean, I wasn't supposed to, or I wasn't allowed to come inside the place where she was working because she was managing the place, and also she had a beautiful place to stay in there. So,
well, it was also just because at the time it was, you're not only meant to meet outside. Like we couldn't even go inside. It was not possible.
So yeah, she invited me, and I'd been there, and in the middle of the road she came and she hugged me.
That was hilarious.
This is during the lockdown.
We're in the middle of lockdown. And I'm inside, and I see him like on the street. He's obviously arrived. He can't see where the place is. So I just sort of ran out and sort of flew around.
We Asians, we Bangladeshis are quite courageous. So I thought, I mean, we don't mind doing crazy things, what we have been doing even in Bangladesh.
But to it.
Being a European, I thought she would be a bit careful. So, and I was like, wow, she's bold and she's quite friendly. She hugged me in the middle of the road. I didn't know that she was. She later on she related to me, and she shared with me that how excited she was to see me, and she already kind of fell in love with me, which I didn't know. And I was thinking, okay, very friendly person. That's all I thought. And then we sat outside the building. There was a space, and she set up all tables and everything for the two of us because she knew that I was coming. So and we had dinner together.
And I was on keto diet at the moment, at the time, and I made a huge keto dinner, not knowing that you're lactose intolerant.
Okay, yeah, so it's full of cheese and everything.
Dairy.
So, and we kept talking for a while, and then at some point she was sitting, where she was sitting, she put some candles there, and the light was on one side of her face. It was looking really good, and I just asked her, can I take a picture? Because it was really nice, and I like artistic things. And I said, can I take a picture? When I said that, I was feeling a bit, I was like, oh my God, did I cross my line or something? And she was like, and she smiled very cutely, and she said, sure, you can take it. And I said, wow, okay, everything I'm saying, it's working. And I was like, okay, that's good. But still, to be honest, I didn't get my hopes high because I wasn't really rushing towards any relationship at the time. We'll talk about this one now. And you weren't either. So,
No,
and then
it was definitely not planned.
done. And after that, yeah, we left. We chatted a little bit because they had a space in the building where you can go. It's like a reception, and you can sit there, listen to music, and they have these facilities. So we sat there for quite some time, and in the evening, then I went home and fine. But I think during the time she sent me a text.
After the meeting.
After the meeting, when I was on my way home, and she sent me a text. What did you say?
Well, you had explained to me very elaborately that you'll never tell someone that you love them because it means a huge deal. And you had basically told me that you were really just not ready for any sort of relationship. And I basically just said, I know you don't I gave a huge disclaimer, but I love you. And then you said you love me back. And then you said it anyway. So I knew how much it meant because you said it.
Because what happened was that I was being very careful, and I'm always careful about this kind of things. Just don't jump into a relationship because it takes time. And I always can tell, no matter how beautiful a person is or what, I always had been careful about to know the person first. I would like to fall in love with the person, not with their appearance, because most of the time we go by the appearance first. We see, oh my God, the guy looks so cute, and the guy looks so handsome, or the girl is so amazing, the woman looks so beautiful. So it's not about that.
You do.
Oh, thank you. So then I told her, and I didn't have any kind of hope, or I wasn't even thinking in that line. So she told me that she loves me. So it was, and also there's another thing I was thinking. I was saying, oh my God, it's so fast. It's going so fast. And that's another thing I always feel that I have to be careful about. So it was quite a lot of back and forth because I always used to grill her, poor girl. I mean, someone just made, I committed a crime of loving me because I would always ask her and put her to test asking, so why do you love me? What is it that attracted you about me? And always, because I was always a little unsure in a sense, because why is it so fast?
Yeah, but you even asked me also, like, is this normal for you? Does this happen a lot to you?
Yeah,
like, I'm like oh.
Do you fall in love so quickly?
No. What does it mean? What does love mean?
I mean, she was offended many times, like questions like this, and I'm sorry for that. And later on, I realized.
And he apologized many times.
Yeah, when you started sharing why you fell in love, she gave me quite a lot of good explanation, which you can probably share now. And in the meantime, I'll just quickly say a few things.
Yes,
Hi, David. We're good. We're doing good. And Esther's photography.
It's going good. Yeah.
Definitely.
Good,
and she's planning to start a very exciting journey very soon. If it happens, we're going to tell you.
Yeah.
And Golam Murshid Chaudhary, my friend, nice people. Please bless the couple. Thank you. Bless you.
Oh, that's really
Such
nice.
cute stories, so similar to mine, Yatin Kumar.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
So we'd like to hear your story as well. As we are saying, once we share the story, we'd like to hear your story too.
Yeah.
So, and the line is open. It will be very soon. It's open. So you can call us and discuss your story with us. But in the meantime, so why it happened so fast? I asked you and you told me. What was the reason? What happened there?
Well, I felt with there's several aspects. One, there's just a complete familiarity. Like I felt I'd known you for like my whole life. And I think the other aspect of I don't know. I had looked at, well, what am I expecting? Like, what am I waiting for?
Sorry to put you on the spot again. You answered this question like 100 times now.
Yeah, I mean, it's like there's
again.
also different angles to it because you asked me in different times for different reasons. But for me, it was like I had done a lot of soul searching up to that particular point. I had gone through quite a bit, and I had really decided I'm going to do the right thing at the right time, and I was in no rush at all. And so when it hit me, where it was just like, I just don't want to lose you. That was all it was, and that's why I just went, no, you know. Because the mere idea that would happen would just be like, no, I was not going to let that happen, because we both believe that there is a right time for everything, and when you're ready for it, then it happens, and that sort of was the case. I just didn't think it was going to happen that fast.
That's the story I would like to tell everyone, that okay, that's the love story, but building up to it, we had our whole life behind us, what we learned from there, and how we had reached that point where we are now today. and how we are working on it every day, because it's not an end journey. So
No.
you have to work on it every day. And when you are with a partner, when you have a relationship, sometimes, yeah, it's not always, you're not always lucky to find the exact match. I mean, we have been very lucky, but even if you don't, it doesn't mean that it won't work out. There are ways, and people need to work on themselves, and at some point you rise to the occasion, and definitely you can make it. So
And I also believe that we both also believe that you're better off alone than with the wrong partner.
true.
Because the wrong partner is bound to become a problem for both sides. And I always say this, I maintain this. It's not just the one who's suffering from the other. Both will be just as unhappy if you're both not compatible in some way, shape, or form. And
That's
yeah.
why, I mean, I remember even when I was in college, I mean, when I was in very young, I was in Bangladesh at the time. I used to tell my friends that, thankfully enough, I got a lot of attention in my college and uni days.
I wonder why.
Yeah, no, I mean, whatever that is. Especially because probably I used to sing.
Yeah,
I did a lot of
you're
stage
a handsome
performance.
guy. I mean, let's not,
Yeah,
let's
but
be honest
thankfully
here.
enough, I've
But you're
been.
very skilled and you're a great showman also. And you're not, the thing is, right, I'm just going to say this for the record. When you perform, you never perform because you're trying to show how good you are. You have a charisma and you present the songs in a certain way that are just very inspiring and that is just very attractive.
Wow, thank you. I didn't know that about me. So, no, the thing is, because thankfully enough, my philosophy was, even from my high school days, that I won't chase anyone. I had maintained that. I had maintained up until the point I met you as well. All my life, I never chased. I mean, normally you'll see, I mean, it's for all the men who are listening today. I don't know whether that had worked as a charm for me or an attraction for the people who were attracted to me at that point when I was growing up, because I never chased anyone. It was always, even though sometimes I felt attracted to someone, I wouldn't say that, I would even show it. So that was me, yeah.
Terrible.
It was a bit of an arrogance I had on my part. I would never say anything. So I think that was one of the things, because I believed in, and my friends would say, hey, come on, there would be a time you'd be totally deserted and you'd be thirsty for love or something like that. They had said that in Bangla. And I said, come on, it's better to be alone than with the wrong person. And these people, whoever is showing this interest in me, I know they're not right for me. And I could tell. I had been a little precautious from my very young age. I could tell, even speaking with a person, the radar was really very strong, that I could pick up the signals that this person is not good for me. So, yeah, and I had always maintained that. And what Esther was saying in that connection, I would like to say that until and unless you meet someone right, people rush into these relationships, because I know being alone is not fun. I mean,
No.
loneliness and being alone is two different things. But most of the time, people start feeling lonely if you don't have anyone in your life, if you don't have a partner. And sometimes there are peer pressure as well. You see, oh my God, my friends, they have their boyfriends, they have their girlfriends. What about me? I don't have anyone, so I have to find someone.
Yeah.
That's one of the problems as well. What people, and they get into or rush into a relationship, and later on, within a couple of weeks, months, years, if you're lucky, you find out, oh my God, what have I done? And also, people grow up together, but at the same time, sometimes they can totally grow up in a different way, because there were no communications in between, in the meantime. Because when you grow up, when you don't have proper communication, when you don't spend time together, and you are busy with your own things, you grow up to be different people from what you had been when you first fell in love. So that's very important, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so enough about us. I hope that solves the problem and the promise we made that we'll share our love story. Komal, would you like to share your love story? Or Yatin is there, you'd like to share your love story? And also, David is there. I see they're a beautiful couple.
Yes, they're an awesome
David, if you're
couple.
still listening, if you're not at work, if you're not at someone's house or in a birthday party, you can give us a call and let us know what was the secret of you and Christine. Christina
Yeah,
or Christine?
It's Christina.
Christina.
I think so, yeah.
So you are a beautiful, lovely couple.
Yeah.
Such good camaraderie.
Yeah,
You're doing your
great.
own things together. You are so friendly. You're like best friends.
Yeah.
So please share your story as well, if possible, whether it was an arranged marriage or it was a love affair or you found each other or you fell in love, high school sweetheart, whatever that was. You can share with us. So we'd like to hear. So it can be David or it can be Christine. Whoever wants to pick up the phone, give us a call. Let us know. That'd be really fun. And also Ghulam Murshid is there, my school friend.
Nice.
So he's happily married as well.
That's
so we'd
great.
like to know his story.
Yeah.
So who would like to pick up first? Please let us know. I'm feeling like I have a bit of hay fever.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Anyway, it's just heat does it to me.
Do you want some water?
Probably no, it's fine. I mean, we'll be finishing soon. So, anyone who'd like to say hi to us, and also, if you have any questions, since you have listened to the story very quietly, apart from some of the people who let themselves known, but some people definitely were there, but you didn't let us know that you were there. So you can ask any questions if you like. So that's your chance. I'm literally, it's like a blank check to people.
Wow, yeah, this is true.
Yeah.
Today only. Ask any question you want.
Limited offer. Yeah, but ask one question, get one free.
That is water, by the way.
So you share.
Yeah.
You can talk.
Well, interesting. I mean, because obviously the thing is, what people would often want to hear about is then the romantic proposal, and which he did on his birthday, by the way, last year. We had a whole bunch of guests during lockdown, and then he left, and then he got me this beautiful ring, which it was the first day after lockdown, like the shops had opened, and he instantly went out and got the ring, which is, see close by, very nice.
Yeah, it was my birthday,
Yeah.
and she had a party for 7 days.
Yeah.
So every day there were
It's so
surprises. I mean,
bad.
towards the end of it, I really got
You're
tired
so
because
fed up with it.
every day there's something. But it was so sweet.
I wanted him to have a big party because he had been alone for a long time, and it was like, that's it, we're celebrating this man's life. So every day for 7 days in a row, I invited people to come over, and Yusuf Abraham was one of them, actually. Hello.
Yusuf, we just shared our love story live. So
He's been part of it since the beginning as well.
you have been
actually.
part of it. You have seen us together, but unknowingly what was happening at the
Yeah,
background, you didn't know.
exactly.
So yeah, we just shared our love story. But in the meantime, Yusuf,
Oh, we have a call.
let's see, probably Yusuf.
Hello, caller. Hello, caller.
Hello.
Hi, who's this?
Hi, my name is Komal.
Oh, hi.
Oh, that's
hi.
Komal.
Nice. Thank you for calling.
Good.
So
I'm
Komal,
just have a try.
yeah, and let us know today. So how are you, first of all? How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How are you guys?
Yeah,
You guys are so cute, you guys.
It's so embarrassing. I never thought that I was going to actually blush on live.
Yeah, I saw you are getting red. I saw that. So Koma, it was really nice. First, when I met Yatin, Yatin was the first one who actually joined the show through one of our mutual friends.
Yeah.
And then I became friends with you as well. I've seen you. Thank you. So you said, so similar to mine and Yatin Kumar. So what was your story?
Actually, with Yatin, this was my second marriage.
Okay.
My first marriage had broken up.
Okay.
And I had a boy. It was 5 months when when me and my ex broke up for it.
Oh, wow.
How long have you been
and,
married?
After 13 years, like
Okay.
Yatin and me, we both are from the same village.
Okay.
Literally, our parents knew each other, so we didn't literally get to talk. But once he just I was going through Instagrams on some of the profiles pictures, and his profile came in. So I literally looked at it. I'm like, okay, it's such a cutie. And I didn't have the guts to add him in or anything like that. And literally, after next day, his request just came in.
Oh, how fun.
wow.
How
And
nice.
he texted me too. So we literally started to talk to each other and get to know. And a month ago, we just literally did meet up at my cousin's house. It was my cousin. My cousin had a baby boy. So because he doesn't have any sisters, so he had asked me to do the rituals for it,
Oh,
which we had to
nice.
do on the 5th day.
Yeah.
So he was from the my sister-in-law's side, he was a cousin. They're cousins, and
Okay.
me and my um other cousin was there.
Okay.
So we did meet, but after a month, like he texted me. He was in India at the moment. He went to his friend's birthday. I mean, not birthday party. Sorry, the wedding. So literally, yeah, we decided to meet up for a date, and I have a tried. But I did tell him my whole story of my life.
Yeah.
How it was. I have a child. He's 13
Oh, we can
years
hear
old.
him.
And literally, I said, like, I need a time to move on. It's not easier for me to what has passed out for it. And yeah, so literally, I don't know. I was so impressed with him that I had to say, he said, I love you to me on the first date. And I literally had to reply him, I love you too.
That's very sweet. So what attracted you about Yatin? What did you like in him? What was the first thing? Definitely, he was good looking, which you said.
Yeah. The way he talks, the appearance, how he understood. First of all, I was really impressed of him that how he understood me of being a single mom and how I struggled and everything. And literally, he's been a really, really supportive husband at all.
Very nice.
For me.
That's awesome.
And also, thank you. And I would have to say, you are so courageous and very honest. Because sometimes people feel embarrassed about these life stories they have. Because we always feel like, okay, everyone's life would be, it's a very simple journey. You start in A, you finish in B, and nothing would happen in between. But we have those road bumps in our lives. And most of the time when it happens, especially when you come from Asian background, you're Asian too. So it's really hard. Family, there's embarrassment sometimes they feel, and all those things they go through. But you are so courageous. Yeah,
we've been through a lot of it. We've been through a lot of. Even he's been a lot through in his life. I've been through a lot in my life. Even we were together, we had so many problems. We had so many girls coming in to break our relationship and everything. But all we had to do is strong and support each other.
Wow.
That's all we had to do, because we knew that many women will come in our relationship to break up.
Wow.
That's the main thing for it. Recently, we did have a problem with it, and we did go through, but we didn't break each other's support at all.
That's
And
really
he did tell me that he loves singing for it, and it has been dream for it. So yeah, I've been there to support him.
I have been fortunate
enough
to listen to his singing. I mean, it's on Facebook as well. People can check him out. And also, there's another thing. How long have you guys been married?
3 years.
That's
3 years.
good. Nice.
So what you have learned, because that's another thing I feel that, as I was saying, that once you find that right person, but it's like a journey, and every day you renew your vows and you work on it every day. There are things you learn which you didn't know before, and you have to work towards that. And also you need to make some compromises, also meet the other person in the middle. So
we did. We have compromised a lot in our life. We have struggled a lot in our life. We have people who were behind us to taunt, lot of things still. But we just decided to hold our hands and just move on. We don't care about the world. We don't care about family. The only thing we care is we have each other just to move on.
I think the strength you had given to each other, that had made your relationship very stronger. And when
very strong.
Yeah.
And touch wood, we have a cute little boy too at the moment.
We could hear him in the background.
But yes, that's the only thing is whatever is, we just have to carry on, hold each other's hand, just move on, whatever the struggle is.
Yeah.
If we have money, if we don't have money, if we have a house or not, even we have to stay on the roads to sleep.
Oh, beautiful. Amazing. Beautiful. So
that's
sweet.
all I want.
Yeah, it's really good.
He's been such a supportive to me too.
Yeah.
I'm so blessed to have him. I've been through so much. I know even he's been through so much in his life too.
Right.
Amazing.
Yes,
That's awesome.
he's my life. Without him, I wouldn't be here, or I wouldn't be alive without him.
You made this episode all worthwhile today
Yeah.
with this phone call. Oh my God. You are such a lovely, positive
He's here,
person.
actually.
She never let me go alone everywhere.
Ah. Yeah, Yatin.
If I go party, I need to come.
Yeah.
You know what?
Being a
You
handsome
can't go party
person, that's
without me.
what you have to
go
pay for.
party with me.
That's the problem.
Nah, it's not that. It's just I get so panicked in my life because I've been through so much in my life with my ex and everything. So I know how life is. I know how people are.
To be honest with you, let me tell you that I always, because I'm so happy in my life, we both are together. So sometimes even I tell her, when you cross the road, can you be extra careful? Don't jump the light or don't do anything, because I understand, Komo, where you're coming from. It's about not losing that beautiful connection you have found in your life after all these years. I mean,
That's
exactly.
it.
So you're scared of losing it. That's the main thing.
Yes, tell you the truth, I am actually. I'm really, really scared to lose him. As I said, without him, I don't know what I will do without him.
Oh,
Even
Yatin,
kids,
are
my
you
both
listening?
Kids are important too with me, but like all three of them are really like my strength for it. And without these three people, I'm nothing.
That's
Oh,
amazing.
beautiful.
I'm
Very, very
nothing.
good.
So we really go about cough and everything at the moment.
Oh no.
but when she's a love story, there is a different way. My one, they say, is a different way because I was in India 2017. I was going to different. What's going on? Because the previous I was engaged for someone. So she broke with me. Is a weekend engagement is like nearly 1 year.
Okay.
So it was a broke up. She didn't pick up me call anything. So I just say what's going on? Why are you not happy with me or not? That's a London, you know that. And it's to do everything in alone yourself. You need to do support as well.
Exactly.
So if your girlfriend or wife whatever is because if you have that. So she said it like this blah blah blah. And she not pick up any phone. So I'm just like depression. I'm just like, oh, what's going on, man? We have the engagement, blah blah everything, family. I'm just going home. I call, where are you? I say, I'm in your home. Okay. I just straight forward. I go in front of his mom. So what's going on? What's happening? What's so wrong? I did something wrong or not? She said to me, we don't have to only live with the love. So you need to do some money. Look, money not making everything. So, okay. And she decided and she left me. Okay, we are just slowly. I'm a little bit depression. I don't have going to go again depression because I was past my depression like 8 years before.
Wow. Oh wow.
I lost. Yeah. So then I decided, okay, no worries. And my mom said, we are going for India. So okay, let's going because it's my one of the friend wedding. So I decided let me find someone and I had to do finally because his age is going. Then I go India. Then I meet my friend, enjoy drinking everything, eating everything. Then I find the Komal. Then I send a message in Instagram, straightforward. Let's see what's going on the destiny.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So
and then
what
It's
attracted
fun to
you?
hear from both sides.
What attracted you about Kumo? What did you like in her?
I just see in the picture. I said, oh, I just suddenly I'm sitting. I'm in the midnight around like 2:00 in the midnight. I take my bike and because I have the seaside in my nearby to my house in India. So I take by one of the cold beer and I go in the sitting, no one there in the midnight. So I just scrolling in the Instagram. So I saw sometimes you saw the people in the know.
Yeah, suggestions and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, the suggest to ad.
Yeah.
So let's see. I think so I saw her somewhere because I saw my cousin in the baby shower. So I think she's one of, I don't know. Let me check and ask, and then the love story this begin.
So
When was it? 2019?
Oh no, not seven.
No.
Yeah, no. Because
2019 we co-married.
Okay.
2017.
Oh, it's 2007.
2017, yeah, we
Yeah.
So it's like do you know about 1942 a love story? So this is like 2017 a love story.
yes.
So,
That is
He's
awesome.
He's such a cutie pie for me. I'm really supportive.
so
of him.
Yatin, you definitely have to sing a few lines
Yes.
for Komal today.
Yes.
Please
Live,
do that.
Live on air.
Live on air, yeah.
okay. I need to. I have one song. It's a movie's Aircraft. I don't. There is a song by. Okay. Um. Yeah, I sung Bagban is very sad song, but is a love song. You know that because if you leave a destination, मैं यहाँ तू वहाँ जिंदगी है कहाँ देखता हूँ तुझे देखता हूँ जहाँ नींद आती नहीं याद जाती नहीं नींद आती नहीं याद जाती नहीं अब तेरे बिन जिया जाए ना. Sorry, my throat is a little bit.
No, it's nice.
This is
Thank
so
you.
lovely.
Thanks for sharing with us. It's really sweet.
And it's great hearing both sides. It's really nice to hear both sides of the story in that way. It's
and
wonderful.
both of you are so courageous in a sense that you talk very honestly, you know, and you are, I would say, you would inspire other people to feel okay with the life stories, because we all go through it. I have my stories, Esther has her stories. I mean, your life, once we are born, you definitely have to go through a lot of ups and downs. I mean, it's not a plane ride.
It's a life. You have to go to up and downs. It's just to get through those up and downs and to get settled down, you just have to support each other. That's the main thing I will say to every single couples in the world. That the main thing you have to do is just support each other, whatever the situation is, whatever people say, whoever comes and tells you wrong things about your partner, just ignore them. Or what I will do is just go and speak to your partner. Like, this person saying this, this person saying this. Just make it clearer. And as I said, there will be many girls, many women who will come and try and break your marriage.
Yeah, it's my thought. It's like my thought. What I'm saying. Don't keep don't keep anything a secret. With your partner. 100%. If you keep, they have. They build, you know, slowly they build. And
beautiful.
One day you don't have to find a way out.
Yeah, it's true.
So I mean, such wise words today, like trust, communication, which Komal said, it's very important. I mean, when you don't keep secrets from each other, it's communication, definitely.
And after, sorry about that. And after you lost the way, and you know what to do, and you know,
because it has already happened with us too.
Right.
It has already, as I said, I'm not going to say no one's name on it, but it has already happened between us.
Shame them on live.
Someone broke in, he hid the secret, and then I found out later. And the thing is, we started to lose each other's.
But you have such a strong bond.
The support and everything. But then I've decided, no, these things will come. These kind of women will come and try and break up. I don't have to be weak. No. As long as he's with me, as long as I'm with him, we just have to ignore it. And I told him the only way is that to tell me the truth, everything. So at least I know what the truth is. If the person comes and tells you, oh, your husband's like this, have done that, have done this with me, I can tell on their faces, I don't care. He's my husband. And he's mine. He was mine. He'll be mine. He'll be mine.
Yes, I love the conviction. I mean, Komal, loved your call. Loved your call.
Like we said, वो like the Hindi, ये मेरा है, मेरा था, मेरा है, और मेरा जन्मों जन्म तक रहेगा.
Wow. Beautiful. I mean, everyone who's watching, Yatin and Kumar, you made the show. I mean, I think it's the call of the day.
It is.
I have to say.
Super
beautiful.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
So much for having us.
Absolutely.
No, always.
And
it's a pleasure.
keep being how you are. Don't change anything. And who knows? In about 40 years, we'll talk about this still. You know.
Definitely. And whenever you come to London, Greenford area, just give us a call and we'll meet up for the coffee.
Oh, definitely.
Thank you.
Definitely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bless you guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
They actually brought up a really, really important point, which I forgot was the bedrock of what we went over in the very beginning. And that was that when we first got together, we told each other everything about ourselves. So there would never be anything, I didn't know about this, I had no idea, blah. And then the other thing was that we would never hide something from each other. And we genuinely, if there's anything not 100% correct, we ask, and it's never been It's never.
No, I
been
mean, we
anything
decided on
drastic,
that.
but it was just truth, honesty, and openness. Because we both know if we break it, then we will have lost it forever.
Yeah.
And that is the key thing that.
I mean, it's almost like we had a few ground rules to start with.
Yeah, we really did.
I told you, these are the things that I want from this relationship.
Yeah.
One thing is that trust, and also never open the door where you feel that the other person will start doubting you.
Yeah.
So even though no one is doing anything wrong, but still sometimes when we open the door, why we create that opportunity for anyone else to come in between us, and so we start worry about what's happening, we start doubting. But good thing with you is that definitely I felt, because I have known you, we were just, the relationship built up so quickly. There are many things I still had to learn, but anytime I had any question, you never were offended.
No.
You always asked me because it was more important for you to find out what's bothering me.
Yeah.
So you would, because you care for the relationship. It's not about ego. That's very important in a relationship, ego. Because we always think, okay, someone is sad or someone is angry with you, and you're like, okay, I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say sorry. I cannot say sorry. Let her be or let him be. But in your case, anytime I felt bad about something and I didn't, because now we don't go through that kind of situation because we can read each other so well. But initially, when you are with a new person, there are a lot of things to learn. I mean, definitely we are still learning a lot of things, but I think we don't face those obstacles, that many obstacles now.
It hasn't happened for a long time.
It's very easy now. We understand and we know the thing.
Well, and the other thing, my viewpoint has always been, like, when you had a question about something or something that you felt, or it was normally based on something that I just hadn't communicated clearly or something, I don't go like, I'm not going to say sorry, because my stable datum for myself in life is that if there is a friction there, then something caused it. It wasn't there before, it is there now. I know I haven't done something wrong, but somehow you've gotten the idea that there is something, and I'm upset that you have to feel that way. So the mission always becomes get to the bottom of what occurred, and we always sorted it out in no time. And that's the thing is, but I can only do that and be so openly and happy to hear that is because I've got a clean heart. And if you don't have a clean heart, you can't say, well, tell me what's wrong. You'd be like, nah, nah, nah. You'd have some sort of a thing going on. But because my conscience is clean, I don't mind what you're going to say. So it's...
No, I mean, I feel it's very important that, first of all, communication, as Komal said in the last call, it's very important to have a proper communication. Sometimes we go passive-aggressive. Say, for example, you're not liking something, what the other person has done. You're not telling them, but at the same time, you're not behaving normal. But you're being a bit angry, upset, but the other person is confused what's going on. The other person is asking you, hey, is there anything wrong? And you say, no, nothing is wrong. And also, and probably you stop talking as well. So we decided that whatever happens, we just put it on the table straight away, finish it off, discuss about this one, rather than sleeping on it, and have even one bad night, not talking to each other or something.
No, doesn't work.
And as grown-ups we shouldn't, but even grown-up people go through these kind of situations. And so transparency, communication, trust, and giving each other the strength during hard times and be with each other during hard times, I think it helps a lot.
Oh yeah. And the other element is something that you asked me in the very beginning. He asked me, what is your viewpoint on having like a fight, like an argument? Because there is books and texts that say it's healthy for a relationship to have a good old scrap every now and then. My viewpoint is, personally, if you have come to the point where you're screaming at each other, you're already so out of control. And the other thing is, have you ever heard someone that is angry say something truthful? Normally, when you're pissed off, lots of things come out, and you don't normally mean all of them. So no, it's not a medium of resolving things. I don't think it's healthy at all. And why go to the point where you go so out of control? So that's also never happened.
No, also because
between us.
I heard people would say, oh, having a little bit of argument or a little bit of fight in a relationship is spices it up. But I feel, okay, how can shouting at each other or having a fight or argument can be a healthy thing? It's already a stressful thing. And who would like stress in their life?
I know.
And stress always, it takes out ages from your life.
It does.
And you start getting older, you start getting a lot of other diseases because you have stress, because this cortisol, the hormone that's released through stress, it can't be a healthy thing. So I don't understand the philosophy behind it when they say the partner should fight a little bit.
Yeah.
And there is another thing I just remember, I just forgot now.
Fighting, healthy, good
Oh.
thing.
When you're with a partner, say for example, I'm with Esther, there are a lot of things Esther knows about me, I know about her.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But
I know
when the time comes, you're having, say for example, you feel like, okay, since I know I'm going to use it as an ammunition. So that's the worst thing I feel. So
Yeah.
you lose the trust. That person can never trust you. When you entrust someone with your life story and your secrets or whatever you've been through, your failures, your sometimes we are ashamed by some of the life stories or the situations that, or some mistakes we had done in life. And if we share that, and if that person hold it for a time when they can attack you with that, that's the worst, I think.
Yeah,
So
I think so.
so trust is very important, I think. And I'm talking from many years of, because we had, as Yatin said, and also Komal said, their story. I mean, I had been in a very long relationship. I had been married before. So, and many of you know, but it's Neha, right? So
Yeah.
Neha is always there on the show. She joins. And we are such good friends. And Neha and I had always been good friends. And she's like my family.
Yeah.
I mean, forever she'll be like this.
Yeah.
And now,
She is one of my best friends.
Exactly.
She is literally like my sister.
exactly.
It's
So
really nice.
it's nice to see that you guys have your own communication when I don't even know what you guys are talking
Yeah.
about. You plan things. And then Shakib is now there, Neha's husband. So we are all even more stronger now, I think, with this friendship we have, all four of us. But sometimes someone who can be your friend or your family, probably a partnership element is different. Because it doesn't mean they're bad people.
No, it just didn't
But
set
it is
fit.
just about the compatibility sometimes.
Yeah.
How the other person would react or to certain things that you do, or how the other person does certain things and you react to, probably it's not working out, and it creates problem and it creates a lot of stress. So rather than prolonging that stress, it's better to resolve the situation, and I believe in that. And that's how we rather stayed as friends and family members than as partners. I mean, that's the story. I'm just literally putting it out today on the live show.
Yeah.
But I believe that one of the amazing people I've seen in life has been Neha. Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I always have to say that, and you know how much
Yeah.
I respect her,
Yeah,
and you know how much I always talk about her.
And I also know why, because the thing is, obviously, part of us being completely honest with each other is that, he did tell me the whole story from beginning to end, and so has she in her own way. And how they both explained it to me was really, and you can see it when they're together. They're like a brother and sister. They knew each other when they were very young, and they were just different people. And it was one of those, of course it makes sense that they will be married, but after a while it stopped making sense. And the lucky thing is that both of you are super sane, which meant that this fundamental friendship that you had, you were able to get back. And very often people lose that after they've been in a relationship. And the result is that you both, it's completely comfortable to be with the four of us, with Shakib there, because obviously Neha's husband, who's now like a brother to me and to you. So it's
he's literally like my younger brother. I mean,
he really is.
The kind of affinity I feel towards Shakib.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm telling that in a live show. Probably they'll see it later on. But literally, I feel every time I talk to him, I'm like, okay, I feel so secure. So when I make plans with him, it's like, okay. To be honest with you, I'm not even that comfortable with my own brother.
Right.
The way I am with him. So it's very important to find that connection. And thankfully, I have to give credit to Neha, big credit. She is such an amazing person and so forgiving as well.
Yeah.
I mean, when we had to get separated, definitely she had been through a lot and she never had dreamed about it. But when we had decided it's for our own well-being, I mean, I was the one who started talking about it and she couldn't accept it. But later on, when we did, at some point she realized, and now she realizes what the decision was for.
Yeah.
And she supports it and she says that,
Yeah.
it's for the betterment of both of us. And
Yeah, when she even jokes about it.
Yeah, she jokes about it.
It's really funny.
so that's how I take it, lightheartedly.
Yeah.
Don't take life so seriously that you lose those beautiful connections that you build over the years. If you know someone, unless someone had created distressful situation for you and
exactly. I was going to say that.
And destroying your peace.
Yeah.
That's a different story.
Yeah. But I think the hallmark of this relationship that you have with her and we have with her is that you were both completely clean with each other, completely honest with each other, and there wasn't some other person involved. It was just a dynamic, and it was just purely, honestly, the truth. And I think when you have that, you can move on, and because there's nothing that, the only reason why things get stuck or why you can't move on from something is literally because there is something not truthful about it. No, I don't really want to be with you because, you're too busy, when in fact you're having something else going on. The guy's hung up on it, but if you have something that makes sense to both sides, of course, it will be fine. And that's a really lucky thing to have, because I don't know many people that have that in their lives.
No, I feel that we are so lucky that I found it, and now you are this person who is completely so sane and mature that you understood it. You could have been someone who would say, "Oh no, you cannot." I
don't want her in a life. No exes in you. Blah blah blah.
You cannot talk to your ex or something like that.
Well, that's just honestly what that would say is that I would be so. All that says is that I am so insecure in my relationship with you that I can't let anyone in. Honestly, when you're on stage and you're performing and I see all the girls going nuts over you, I think it's brilliant.
Okay, that's nice. Good to know. Yeah, no pressure, because it can create extra pressure. I know.
Then they look over at me and I'll just look mean at them.
Yeah, many people suffer from that. So anyway, I think we had talked about this interesting topic, and thanks to Komal and Yatin for bringing their story, which inspired me to talk about my life to a certain extent, that about my past life a little bit and where we are now and how beautiful it is. We are even stronger.
Yeah.
So I hope Shakib, Neha, they get to see that one later on as well, so they can have their own inputs and they can leave messages in the comment.
Exactly.
So in the meantime, since we said we made a promise that we'll come on Saturday and we'll share our love story and how we got together, and I knew that it would open up the door for other conversations as well, so we can carry on, I think. So next Wednesday when we come, next Wednesday we'll do our next show, and we'll put out the promo as well, so you'd know in time. But I feel that there are a lot more to talk about it, because we opened the door for this conversation of our relationships. But then what we have learned, how we are growing, and what are the other stories that you'd like to share? Probably today, my story, Esther's story, and our story, and also how I shared my past life, Kumal and Yatin, how they shared their past life. It would make you courageous to share certain aspects of your life that you're not so comfortable about. And if you talk about it, get it out of your system, the fear is gone. That's what I believe in. And to be honest with you, people who feel like they would have to talk behind you, they'll keep on talking behind you. You can't stop it. No. And I know people probably talk many things and say, I mean, you can't be friends with everyone, and not everyone would like you. That's quite okay in life. You need a few people who love you and like you. That's enough.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
on that happy note, I think
everyone feels warm and fuzzy inside.
So have a good rest of the evening. Keep warm, and it's a very warm day. You definitely would stay cool. Keep warm in your heart. I mean, I would say
that's right. Stay warm, but stay cool.
Share your love and be nice to your partners, and be transparent, be communicative, keep no secrets, and we'll carry on this conversation next Wednesday. Until then, have a good rest of the week.
Yes, and a lovely rest of your weekend.
See you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.